You ever notice how casinos always look like they're giving away money, but somehow everyone walks out broke? I worked around slots for years, and I can tell you right now, it's not just about luck, it's about design. Every light, every sound, every ding-ding jackpot animation you see is part of a perfectly engineered system built to make you stay longer and spend more. But here's the secret that the casinos don't advertise. Not all slot machines are equal. Some are strategically designed to give you just enough hope to keep you spinning, while others are mathematically so bad that even pros won't touch them. Over the years, I've watched thousands of players. Some win, most lose, and a few learn the hard way that the most dangerous machines aren't the ones that take your money fast. They're the ones that take it slow. So today, we're breaking down 7 types of slot machines that the pros avoid like the plague. The ones that look fun, friendly, or low risk, but are actually engineered to quietly drain your balance. By the end of this video, you'll see the casino floor differently. You'll start spotting traps before you even sit down. Ready? Let's dive in. Because once you learn how these machines really work, you'll never look at a lucky spin the same way again. Number 7, the penny slot trap. If you've ever walked through a casino, you've seen them. Bright, loud, flashing like a carnival ride. The penny slots. They look harmless, right? Just a penny per spin, you think? What could go wrong? Well, here's the secret every casino insider knows. Penny slots are the biggest money drain in the entire building. And it's not because they're cheap, it's because they pretend to be. Let me explain. Sure, it says 1 cent on the machine, but that's not the whole story. Almost every penny slot has dozens or even hundreds of pay lines. You're not betting 1 penny, you're betting 1 penny per line. And if you want access to the real bonuses, the jackpots, the free spins, you have to play all lines active. So that 1 cent spin, suddenly it's 50 cents, then 75 cents, then $1.25. Before you even realize it, you're spending dollars per spin on a game that looks like it costs pocket change. That's why casinos love penny slots. They pull in beginners, casual tourists, and anyone who thinks they're playing safe. But mathematically, these machines are some of the tightest on the entire floor, with return to player, RTP, rates often as low as 86 to 89%. Compare that to higher denomination slots, like $1 or $5 machines, where the RTP can reach 94 to 97%. In other words, penny slots pay out less, more slowly, and almost always in frustratingly small amounts. And the casino? They're making a fortune off those endless, almost wins. Because when you lose 90 cents instead of $5, your brain doesn't process it as real money. You just keep pressing spin, thinking, it's only pennies. That's how they get you. They're not selling luck. They're selling time. The illusion that you're playing for longer, getting more fun for your buck. When in reality, you're bleeding your balance slowly, quietly, and efficiently. Insider fact. Casinos place penny slots near entrances, walkways, and restaurants. Anywhere people are just passing by. Why? Because they're easy to sit down at for a few quick spins. And once you start, the flashing mini wins and constant sound effects keep your brain engaged, even though your balance is quietly melting away. It's psychological warfare disguised as harmless fun. The machine keeps feeding you micro rewards. 20 cents wins, 50 cents mini bonuses, just enough to make you feel like you're surviving. But those tiny hits are masking constant loss. Here's the truth. Penny slots aren't low risk. They're high-volume loss machines designed for one thing, to drain your money slower so you don't realize it's happening. So next time you see someone say, I like penny slots, they last longer. Remember, that's exactly the illusion the casino built them for. If you're going to play, do it smart. Pick higher denomination machines with fewer lines and better odds. Because penny slots, they're not cheap entertainment. They're just the most expensive way to lose slowly. Number 6. The branded money grab. You've seen them. The Game of Thrones, Jurassic Park, Sex and the City, even the Walking Dead slots. They look amazing. Huge screens, cinematic music, bonus rounds that feel like minigames. They promise excitement, nostalgia, even a little adventure. But here's the reality every casino employee knows. These are the biggest traps on the floor. Branded slots are built for entertainment, not value. Every time a company uses a famous TV show, movie, or celebrity image, they pay massive licensing fees. And guess who covers that cost? You do. Those fees come straight out of the payout percentage, meaning branded slots almost always have a lower RTP than regular ones. While most standard games sit around 95 to 96%, branded ones can drop all the way to 90%, sometimes even lower. And the worst part? You'll never notice. Why? Because they're fun. They're loud, flashy, immersive, everything designed to keep you emotionally invested. You're not just spinning reels, you're in the show. You want to see that next bonus scene, that new animation, so you keep playing, even when you're losing. Casinos know exactly what they're doing. They put these machines front and center, where everyone can see them because they don't need to perform well, they just need to attract attention. Here's a fun insider stat. Some of the worst performing machines in terms of payout are also the most profitable in revenue. Because people aren't chasing odds, they're chasing memories. Those branded bonuses you love, they're built to look epic, but usually pay almost nothing. You'll sit through 45 seconds of movie clips just to win $3.60 on a $2 bet. You'll feel entertained, but statistically, you just lost. Rule of thumb, the more graphics and licensing a slot has, the less generous it will be. You're paying for Hollywood, not high odds. And if you think that big screen makes it premium, think again. It's just an expensive distraction. So the next time you see your favorite movie on a slot, remember, the only one getting a happy ending is the casino. Number 5, the high volatility dream machines. These are the machines that get the headlines. They're the ones you see on the news. Local player wins $1.2 million on a $3 spin. They're flashy, powerful, seductive, and absolutely brutal. These high volatility slots are like adrenaline in a box. They don't want you to win often. They want you to chase hard. And the psychology behind them is genius. Every time you hit spin, your brain is playing two games. The one on the screen and the one inside your head. The game of maybe this one will change everything. That hope is the fuel. High volatility slots are programmed to deliver huge wins very rarely. Sometimes 1 out of every 300 or 400 spins gives you something worth celebrating. The rest? Tiny teasers, fake outs, or straight up losses disguised as almost wins. Here's what you need to know. These machines are built for emotional endurance. They train you to get excited by the smallest hint of progress. A flashing scatter, a just missed bonus symbol. All of that is intentional, keeping your brain in a loop of anticipation. And even if you win, you're often just getting back what you already lost. $400 win after $380 in losses feels like victory, but in reality, you're just breaking even. Casinos love these machines because they create stories. They don't need everyone to win. They just need one player to win big and become living proof that it can happen. That one jackpot winner on the wall, he's marketing. He's the billboard every other player stares at while losing. Pro tip, if you're not chasing a jackpot for fun, don't touch high volatility slots. They're not built for entertainment. They're built for emotional manipulation. The tension between losing and almost winning is the entire product. Smart players know this. If you want steady action, go for low to medium volatility. If you want to gamble for hours without draining your wallet, play the long game, not the dream. Because those dream machines, they don't pay out hope, they sell it. Number 4, the community bonus machines. These ones look friendly. The big screens, the cheers, the flashing lights. You feel like you're part of something. People gather around laughing, clapping, everyone working together to trigger some massive group bonus. But here's the ugly truth. You're not on a team. You're on your own. The whole community bonus is a casino illusion, a clever psychological setup to make you play longer. Casinos discovered something powerful years ago. Emotion is contagious. When one person cheers, others stay. When a small crowd forms, more players walk over. You see people smiling, celebrating, and you assume everyone's winning. But behind the scenes, those shared bonuses are barely connected. Each player's outcome is independent. The big group event is just a time animation synced across multiple machines. It looks like teamwork, but it's all smoke and mirrors. Here's how it works. You might see the bonus meter fill up slowly, everyone watching, waiting for that community trigger. When it finally happens, everyone gets a payout, but it's a fraction of what you'd win alone. The energy is real, but the math is fake. Casinos place these machines in visible high-energy zones, near bars, stages, or walkways, to keep the crowd hyped. They don't even care if the payouts are small, because the sound of cheering keeps everyone else playing. Insider tip: if you ever find yourself in a crowd around one of these machines, take a step back and watch. Notice how many people are actually winning versus how many are just clapping. You'll see it instantly. The illusion works because everyone wants to believe they're part of something lucky. In truth, the community part doesn't make you stronger. It just makes you easier to control. Number 3, the progressive jackpot mirage. You've seen it, that giant glowing number over the slot that climbs higher and higher every second. 1,278,000, 1,279,500, $1,280,300. It keeps ticking upward, and with every spin you think, somebody's going to win it soon, maybe me. That's not luck talking. That's the casino whispering in your brain. Here's the truth. Progressive jackpots are pure psychology dressed as opportunity. They're not there to make winners. They're there to create dreamers. Every single spin contributes a tiny slice of your bet to the jackpot pool. Maybe 1%, maybe 3%. And that sounds fine until you realize what that means. Part of your bet never even gets a chance to come back. It's locked away, waiting for a random winner who might never even play in the same casino as you. And while that jackpot number keeps rising, so does the casino's profit. Because for every one person who wins, tens of thousands quietly lose chasing that "it could be me" fantasy. Here's an insider secret. Progressive networks are often linked across multiple casinos or even states. That means the jackpot looks massive because it's being fed by thousands of machines. But your personal chance of hitting it? Microscopic. It's like buying a single lottery ticket out of 10 million. And here's where it gets clever. The design of the jackpot display isn't random. That ticking number, those glowing lights, they're intentionally alive. Your brain is wired to respond to motion and growth. So when you see that total increasing in real time, it feels like momentum, like something's building up, like it's ready to pop. But jackpots don't work like balloons. They're not due. They're randomized math events with odds so small they might as well be cosmic. And here's the casino's real masterpiece. They don't need you to win. They just need someone to. That one photo of a smiling winner holding a giant check becomes marketing gold. They'll put it on posters, ads, and social media, because every time you see that picture, you'll think, that could be me next time. But statistically, it won't. Most players don't even realize that progressive slots are among the tightest paying machines on the floor. Their RTPS drop because part of every spin funds the jackpot. So while you're chasing the big one, you're losing more, faster, without noticing. The hard truth: casinos don't care about jackpot winners. They care about jackpot chasers, the people who keep spinning because they feel so close. So if you ever sit down and think, it's huge, someone's got to hit it soon, remember, that thought is the trap. If you really want to win in a casino, skip the machines that sell dreams and play the ones that quietly deliver small, consistent reality. Because the only thing progressive about that jackpot is how progressively it empties your wallet. Number 2, the skill-based slot myth. Ah yes, the modern era of gambling. Touch screens, 3D effects, video game graphics. You shoot aliens, you dodge cars, you play mini games that make you feel in control. It's not gambling anymore, right? It's interactive entertainment. That's exactly what they want you to believe. Here's the reality. Your skill means almost nothing. The moment you hit that spin button, the machine's random number generator, the RNG, has already decided the outcome. The mini game, the flashy animations, the joystick, all of it is just theater. You could hit every perfect shot, every glowing target, and still walk away with $4.25, because that's what the RNG decided before you even started playing. Casinos introduced these machines to attract a younger generation, people raised on PlayStations, Xbox, and mobile games. They know younger players hate feeling helpless, so they design machines that fake control. You feel involved, you feel smart, you feel like this time your skill matters. But under the hood, these are still just digital slot machines with the same random math as the old school reels. Here's the twist. Sometimes the mini games aren't even about skill. They're about distraction. You're too busy focusing on aiming or tapping or collecting symbols to notice how much you're spending per round. You feel engaged, but you're actually being guided emotionally, visually, mathematically. And the house edge? Still right there. It doesn't care if you're a pro gamer or a grandma hitting auto spin. Pro perspective. Casinos love when players think they're smart because confidence keeps people spinning. The illusion of control is the most powerful addiction tool in modern gambling. If they can make you think you're influencing the outcome, you'll play longer, bet higher, and feel less frustration when you lose because you'll blame yourself instead of the math. Insider story. When the first wave of skill-based slots rolled out in Vegas, operators noticed something wild. Players stayed at those machines 40% longer than on traditional ones, not because they were winning more, but because they were convinced they were getting better. That's not a game. That's behavioral engineering. So here's the takeaway. If you want to play a real game of skill, go to an arcade. If you're sitting at a casino slot, no matter how interactive it looks, you're not controlling the outcome. The only skill that truly matters on that floor is knowing when to cash out and walk away. Number 1, the too good to be true new releases. Ah yes, the shiny new arrivals. The ones that make you stop mid-walk and go, whoa, that looks awesome. Giant curved screens, crazy soundtracks, 3D animations, you can't resist trying them. And that's exactly the point. Casinos push brand new machines aggressively because they know curiosity is powerful. Everyone wants to try the latest thing. But here's the insider truth. New machines are usually the tightest machines on the floor. When a slot first launches, the casino needs to collect performance data. How long people play, how much they spend, how quickly they walk away. So to stay safe, they set the RTP low at first. They don't want early players walking out with big wins before the machine proves itself. Here's how it really works. Every few months, casinos get performance reports from their floor network. If a new machine performs too cold, they might loosen it later. If it performs too hot, they tighten it even more. But in the first 3 to 6 months, the settings are almost always conservative because it's all about testing, not generosity. And let's be honest, those flashy graphics and bonus features, they're distractions. The more animations and layers a slot has, the harder it is for you to notice that you're losing. Smart player rule: let other people test the new releases. If you really want to try them, come back months later, after the casino has adjusted the balance. Because when something looks too exciting, too loud, too modern, it's probably not built to pay you. It's built to study you. Final thought. Casinos don't need to trick you with magnets or secret switches. Their real power is psychology. They understand emotion better than most therapists, and the moment you believe you've figured out the game, you've already walked into theirs. Remember, you can't beat the math, but your machine, but you can beat the moment. Walk away while you're still aware, and you've already won. Now, you know what most players don't. The biggest trap in a casino isn't a single slot. It's the illusion of control. Casinos don't need to rig the machines. They just need to design them perfectly so that every sound, every near win, every flashing light keeps your brain in a loop of hope. But once you see the pattern, you can break it. The pros don't chase jackpots. They chase discipline. They don't look for lucky machines. They look for consistent ones. And they know when to walk away, because the longer you play, the more the math takes over. The truth is, there's no secret strategy that guarantees a win, but there is a mindset that guarantees survival. You play smart, you play aware, and you treat every spin like entertainment, not income. Because the casino's greatest weapon is time, and awareness is the only thing that beats it. So next time you step into that sea of flashing screens, remember this. You're not walking into a playground. You're walking into a psychology lab, and every button, sound, and color is designed to make you forget that you're losing. But not you. Now you know better. You've seen how the system works, and that knowledge, that awareness, is your edge. If this opened your eyes, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me what kind of slot machine fooled you the most. Let's make sure the next time you walk into a casino, you walk out the smartest person in the room. Because the smartest player isn't the one who wins big, it's the one who knows when the game's already won.